Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Well, Brock, we saw Week 1 begin on Thursday night, and now 2 more teams. It's one of the happiest moments for any football fan. A new season is officially underway. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. And we'll get a chance to see someone still in the early stages of their career, this third-year QB.
It's the dawn of a new season, Kate, with all the promise in the world ahead of he and his squad. And this is where all that off-season planning, the reps in camp, the sweat, the blood, the tears come into play. And you really don't want to stumble out the gate. You want to be the horse who jumps to the front right away and let everybody try to chase you down.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. It's a turnover on his first pass of the season. And the Colts are off to a great start defensively. They forced a turnover on the opening possession. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
So now the Colts getting their first opportunity on offense in this game. And leading the way is their 4th-year QB.
I got a smile on my face. I know he has a smile on his face as he runs out with a new season ripe with every possibility. This is only the first scene of a 4.5-month movie where he could be playing the part of the league MVP, maybe leading a legit contender into the postseason. How he starts this campaign, though, or how you start, can have a massive impact on how things play out.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. This one's caught. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Option design here. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created...
And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Colts pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively... this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That one splits the uprights. And the Colts take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1 for 1. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense for their 2nd drive of the game. And time to hit a quick reset here, partner, after they find themselves behind following that opening drive INT.
Yeah, you say reset, I say Control-Alt-Delete. Pretend like it didn't even happen. You got to flush it in a hurry.
Tight end in motion left. Go. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Now after the play, looks like we have somebody banged up. What we hope is it's nothing major. Don't want to see a serious injury less than a quarter into the season. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Now looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Trying to throw here out of the gun. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And it sets up 2nd down. They are throwing it again. He's going to push one. This is brought in at the 15. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 39 yards. And that's a Steelers 1st down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Tackle made there by the rookie from Arkansas.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did. Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it. So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs. That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And this one will not make it to the landing zone. So the same as it going out of bounds now. This is going to come out to the 40-yard line. So hopefully he's able to find the landing zone next time. His first kickoff gives him some great field position here. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's tackled for a short gain. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. From the 42. Has him on the quick hitter. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down. Back to throw. Throw left side, complete. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Almost a completion of the wrong team there. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Here's a throw. Hits his running back. And they bring him down around the 34. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Oh, looks like the defense got a little too excited there, and that's going to be a penalty.
Encroachment, defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still 1st down.
Encroachment on that previous play, and that makes this a much shorter 1st and 5. They'll throw it again. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Looked like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. And that sets up 2nd and 5. From the 29. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling for that defense who puts a sack on the board. I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
2nd and 10 at the 4-yard line.
Fullback dive up the gut. And this one does not go far. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Back to throw now. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
You know, when we watch Combine each and every single year, I hope you get good enough to understand as a football fan, watch the big guys' first 10 yards. Don't watch the ends and the linemen run 40. Watch their first 10, because that's the most critical. And that defensive end showed you right there the kind of explosive burst in the first few yards to get home for the big sack.
That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Colts are going to be in great shape as they take over. On 1st down, they'll run. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required, along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's able to drive them forward into the red zone. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2. They'll throw it. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. We're through 1 quarter of this opening weekend of football. 7-3 is our score. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Time for the 2nd quarter here, and the Colts are thinking points. Thrown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Pass play now. This throw is cut. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st. 3rd and just 2 to go. Dropping back to throw. Has it in close. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that picks up a 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Dumped off to his running back. And he's brought down for a loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
They're headed up the middle, and the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Held to no gain on the run, and that brings up 4th and goal.
Well, this defense has risen to the occasion, and now, Kate, they put this offense in the unenviable position of deciding what to do on 4th and goal.
And the Colts will try for 3. Out comes their field goal unit. Only a 20-yarder here. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with a touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. Their first drive of the season, an uneventful one, led to a punch, so they'll try to get some new season magic going here on their second drive. Throwing now from the gun. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Cut out left. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. They're signaling for a stoppage here, and yep, there's a player injured after that snap. Not what they wanted to see in week 1 as their medical staff heads out to check on him. The Steelers set to punt it. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. So no return on that punt. And the Colts will take over. The Indianapolis offense ready to take another swing at it. Their first drive of the new campaign netted a field goal. Now let's see if they can bump that up to a touchdown on drive number 2. He's on the move. It's out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. Now on 2nd and 10. Completed over the middle. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Pass play coming here. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. He can't hang on to the pass. So 2nd down coming up. He'll throw it. Throwing the out route complete.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. They give it to him again. And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Back to the well again. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. They get an even 10 on that play. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Going to the ground again on 1st. And they make the stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. From the 37. It is caught left side. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. He's got a man left. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Simple dive up the middle. And he only gets this one down to the 9. They only get a yard that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning now from Acrisure. The Colts pushing for a score before the break. From the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the Colts will try for 3. Out comes their field goal unit. A very short kick here from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Return coming from the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. They're down 13-3 as they take over. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
It's a loss of 8. Brings up 2nd and 18 at the 16-yard line.
Oh, flag is down here. This might be a free play. Hits him on the out route. And this play heads out of bounds. Marker down, though, Brock. Could be some free yards here.
Offside. Defense.
Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach.
Still 2nd down.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. They're throwing it. Dump off caught by his back.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And that will not be enough for a 1st down. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. So out now comes the punter. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. He's got this at the 27. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Colts back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And we're down inside a minute to play in the half, but that's enough time to get a drive together. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Called in left side. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
And he's able to drive up past the 40. Timeout, Indianapolis. That's its 2nd. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Can't find anyone open. He's forced to throw it away.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he'll scrape together what he can on the return. He gets it back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. That brings us to our first halftime of the new season. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip of the year around the NFL. We'll get started out at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where it was the Chiefs who were able to come away with the home victory. The Chiefs with an ideal start as they move to 1-0 in front of their home faithful. From there, we head east to check on the Bills at home in Buffalo. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. A 22-point win, 30-8, your final. Both these teams making their way out of the tunnel, and we're ready for the second half. And for the call, we send it back to Kate Scott and the other blonde bomber.
The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Returning in from the 16. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. Indianapolis getting its offense out there to start off this second half. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
They call play action. Would have been better to actually give it to him on a carry right there, Kate. The front was fooled for about a split second, if that. And that play call ended up working in their favor as it leads to a sack.
Trying again following the sack. Get some space around midfield. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Looking for a throw here. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down. They'll try and throw it here. He's got it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Send everybody deep. I know he wants to wait and stretch the field and use his arm. Trouble is, you wait too long, you end up on your back.
3rd and long for him here. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Returning it from the 4. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll take this up to around the 29-yard line. Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
He'll look to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And a fair catch made without incident, just inside the 25. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. A give now from the gun. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's 3rd down. Setting up a throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And they're up against it. 4th down coming up. The Colts are ready for the punt. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. That just misses the 50 mark, gets a 49-yard punt. And the Steelers will take over possession. 1st down, ball at the 36. Here's the handoff. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
He's dropping back to throw. Complete over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. He manages a gain of 8 there. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when, just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that'll bring up 4th and 3. Throwing from the gun here. No place to go. They get him to the turf and force a turnover on downs.
Yeah, I don't care that they didn't get it. Still the right call in that situation. It's a little too long for a field goal, and a punt really nets you very few yards. The decision-making was sound. It was the execution that let them down.
The Colts are ready to take the field. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set 1st and 10. There's a handoff up the gut. Big gain has them across the 40. And he's finally brought down at the 33. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Now they're whistling for a timeout here. Somebody's shaking up on the play. Not the way he wanted to begin his rookie season. Wow, let's hope it doesn't cost him much time. To throw here on first down. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts make it a 3-possession game. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Frank. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop him either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Now the Colts leaving the offense out there. They're going to try for 2.
The Colts will line up for the 2-point conversion.
He's throwing for it. And that pass is complete for 2, and their lead grows further. Well, Brock, the run's certainly an option as they lined up for 2, but as an offense, what are you looking for when you decide to throw it instead?
Well, you've spent all week working on these plays, and usually you have 2 or 3 that you like. That run game, you're right, you could run it. But there's so much more space with creativity in the passing game. And good offenses, elite offenses, they find a way not just to practice it, but to execute it when it matters.
Starting from the 5. Good looking return here, and he's got room. The Steelers offense headed out. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Okay, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. They're going play action. That's brought in by White. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's a Steelers first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, here's what I know, Kate. And sadly, from personal experience, after this one's over, the QB, he's going to be the first one in the cold tub because he has been feeling the heat and paying the price all game long. At some point, you've got to find a way to protect the passer or he's not going to endure this season.
And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Moving in the right direction. 5 yards there, but still got a 3rd and 9 coming up.
The gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 9.
Looking to the air here. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Colts are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
The Colts are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. It was there, he just couldn't corral it. So it'll be 2nd down. Option design here. And he doesn't find open space. He only finds a defender who makes the stop. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. That's caught for the first. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It's a 21-yard gain. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Throwing from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Steelers' side of the field. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. The Colts have possession to start the 4th. This one looking pretty well decided already. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Option give here. Has a lane inside the 35. And finally, they catch up to him at the 11. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
2nd down now, 7 to go. He's going to throw this one. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone, incomplete.
There was almost no resistance offered against the rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered. Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And the advantage now sits at 24.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
He fields it from the 8. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Steelers headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Just a momentary loss of focus, a break in discipline, and not a good moment individually as he gets hit with that personal foul. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, and quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Another try following the sack. Complete out to the right. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down.
That's cut beyond the marker. What a play to beat the defense on fourth down. It's 23 yards and a first. They're set up at the 35 now.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Still sticking with the passing game. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Second and 10 now. And oh, he drops it. He had all the space in the world. Brock, he got behind the defense, and he just looked away before he brought it in. A big missed opportunity. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Give him 2 yards on the play. It's going to be fourth down and 8. Back to throw. And on fourth down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Now the Indianapolis offense heading out. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Lone back gets the handoff. And this run is stopped after getting up past the 35. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be second and 5. Back-to-back carries here. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up third and 2. Another carry for him. And he'll get it up to the 44. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Here they come. This is third and 5. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Punting unit out now. And they could really use a good one here. And his job's done, and it is a job well done. That punt fights deep into enemy territory, out of bounds at the 7. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. And after they were stopped on 4th down their prior possession, Brock, you got to wonder if they're going to be confident enough to go for it again if they get to that point here. Completed over the middle. And they bring him down up at the 12-yard line.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front needed to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion. There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Dumps it off to his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Steelers hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. All set up now for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds him on the slant. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Here we go, set, go.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's got it over the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Throwing it again here. Connecting on the slant. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh no, they get him yet again! And the Colts have it as he records the 1st interception of his young career.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
The Colts and this running back headed back out for a new series. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10. Handoff now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They give it to him again. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. And into single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4. So it's the Colts who come away with a win on the road. And they're one of the fortunate teams to begin the season with a 1-0 record. So far, so good to begin this new campaign. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Pittsburgh.